What is your definition of philosophy? Well, philosophy literally means lover of knowledge. Now, having said that, I, I've made videos about this already. I think there's certain knowledge that is just dead. And I say dead because it brings no life. If something isn't bringing life and it's just stagnant, then it's just dead. And so the philosophy that I really enjoy, the philosophy that I like to talk about, is philosophy that involves pragmatism with it. That it's like an actual, you're not just having these thoughts and ideas and you're sitting alone in your room just coming up with all of this really cool revelatory philosophical whatever, like these revelations on life or whatever, and you're not doing anything with it, but taking a pragmatic approach to it and saying, actually, taking not only a pragmatic approach, but like in the philosophy of pragmatism, they take an approach like the scientific method that says, let's actually experiment with this, let's actually live this out and try this out and see if this actually works in life. It's not just a cool thought. And so that knowledge that comes, the knowledge that comes from experience, I think is worth the philosophical talks. I think the philosophical talks of, these just like simulations or cool little ideas here and there, and a lot of theology or the philosophy of religion, most of it is stagnant and dead. Like a lot of philosophical arguments for the existence of God, dead. Like they're not going anywhere. That people have tried to argument the existence of God philosophically for thousands of years, and nobody's gotten anywhere. It's just all circular. And so, and then that gets into the whole thing of faith and belief and why I have the ideas of belief that I do. So I think the philosophy that's worth talking about is the philosophy that's like, I'm doing a series right now on the philosophy of joy and how to actually, live out joy and what is joy and how does it take place in your life, and like the philosophy of love. But it is still philosophy. It's not objective set in stone because everybody's going to have a different sort of experience with all of those things. But I do think there are similarities and there are objective truths there, but that is more different things to talk about. So philosophy, the actual meaning of it is lover of knowledge or lover of wisdom, which wisdom is not the same thing as knowledge. And so it depends on, and maybe what I'm talking about and the knowledge that I'm talking about is wisdom. I call it knowledge, but it really is wisdom. Because I think there's more of an action to wisdom. But knowledge, I think a lot of it is dead. And so, yeah, basically, I think there's two different ways to look at it. And I tend to drift this way, but a lot of people want to drift this way and just talk about cool little thoughts in here and there. And I'm like, I'm not really interested because that's just circular and it's not actually doing anything for my life or your life. And we just end up disagreeing. And it's like, why would we have a conversation about disagreeing on something that is just dead? Like, it's not going to affect our lives at all. It's just going to further divide us. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not really for that. So yeah, that's how I see it.